Yeah, good afternoon, my ever conscious Edo people. It is me, your brother, your friend again. Today is another day that the Lord has made, and we should be glad and rejoice in it. I'm just here today again to just continue from where we stopped yesterday, and I promised I was going to give a clinical analysis on the event that took place at the palace of our monarch day before yesterday, and I'm here to actually put that into perspective today. So while we wait for others to come, please just press your share button. Let's share and invite people for the word of freedom. While we wait for others to come in, let's just listen to our usual national item. Thank you and God bless you. What is happening? I'm trying to get to connect to my speaker. I don't know why it's not. Don't know why it's not picking. Please just give me 1 minute. I'm trying to get it connected to my speaker. Don't mind me, guys. I think I'm having some technical issues with my device. Please just bear with me. Please share the word of freedom. Let's just share. I'm just trying to. While I wait for that, let me just share my. Please just press your share button. Let's invite friends to today. It's going to be nice time today. Please just bear with me a little bit, please. I don't know what is happening, but I need to try to put that into place. While I wait, let me just share.
Olden daughters of the land. The king of the city is marching. Stand up high to the pride of the land. The founding fathers of labor and our time to service now. The glory of the new nation will forever be our pride. Beautiful, glorious, stars are singing over you. You're the land people true.
Please let us share. Let's share the friends.
Our treasures are found in all nations, and our greatness is certain to know. Our history forever shall be written, how our deeds have endured all times. Our people culture in unity, our hearts before the land. Rich culture, stories of heroes, legacies forever be. Beautiful and glorious and you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful and glorious and stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. Unite and stand with each other. Forgive and let it go. Together we can stand on one way, and the future lies in us. Teach our children to trust their children. What our fathers taught, to fear and love the Creator. Holy land shall we succeed. Beautiful and glorious, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful and glorious, stars are singing over you. You're the land we want to be. I never see this kind of men for Edo. I never see this kind of love before. Wonder, 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 wonder. Masaki, wow. Shaibu, wonder. I don't people say make you not go. Wonder, 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 wonder. I just a man to put that up. I say, this one. Masaki, come over the bed of people. They rejoice. Make you go see secretary to small to buy small. I do see go salary from a blended salary a lot. I go to Japan from Mandala to Kirika. Pension ya the secretary no more progress for their money. Marketing the secretary no more illegal collection. I do drive super no more German money. Who the bad you no more CPA collection. Masaki wow. Shaibu I love people say make you gotta go. Wonder. Let me check infrastructure. And people say make you carry go. Let me check etc. And people say make you carry go. Let me check agriculture. And people say make you carry go. Let me check environment. And people say make you carry go. Let me check development. And people say make you carry go. Masaki wow. Shaibu I love people say make you carry go. Wonder. Let me check your Igbo. I know you say you cannot correct. Let me check the dollar. I know you say you cannot correct. So some good work of purpose. Not go walking like life. If you collect all you go back. I know you say you cannot hear me. Let me just see it out. so you say, wetin happen for Pala na very big blessing. Let me tell you, ẹjọ́ you take money to direct. Masaki, even I don't people say make una carry go. Wonder. Who are the final say in the election? Ẹjọ́ people as the final say. Who are the final say in the election? Ẹjọ́ people as the final say. Ẹjọ́ people say na Masaki dem want. People make una carry go. Ọmọ lẹ́yìn sẹ́yìn àmọ́, EFCC is waiting for you. I said, who was the final say in the election? I know people as the final say. Who was the final say in the election? I know people.
Let's share, let it rap first. Sister Mercy, you're welcome. Maxon, you're welcome. Frederick, I greet you. Lady Mary, I greet you. Ellen Peters, I greet you. Gloria Osaige, I greet you. Edith Ajayi, I greet you. Yeah, good evening, everyone. It is me, your presenter. Good day, Mr. Vincent. I greet you, my brother. God's power, I greet you. Osamoyo. It is your brother, your friend. Today, yesterday, the first thing I got around 6 a.m. in the morning was a call from someone in the United States of America who is a very strong supporter of Pastor Osage Ezeyamu. And he called me and said, I have told you before that the palace have already, put the last name on the coffin of Governor Obaseki re-election. I was sleeping and I woke up from sleep and he sent me a link to China's television. They sent me the 3 minutes link. The 3 minutes cut, that was cut link when Abba was addressing the governor and the deputy governor. And when I watched the 3 minutes link, I was like, okay. So I decided to go down to check some comments. Sorry, guys. And while I was checking the comments, I saw somebody's put underneath that there is a full video of what actually transpired in the palace of our great Oba Ewari Ogedigan II. So I decided to go and watch the video, which was about 1 hour, 11 minutes, 15 seconds. I watched the video the first time. I watched the video the second time. I watched the video the third time. Brian, I agree with you, sir. Brian, get us on the agree with you, sir. Monty Okoro, I agree with you, sir. I watched it the first time, the second time, the third time. Then this morning again, and I said yesterday I was going to get a clinical analysis. That is, I need to digest, dissect, that very particular piece accord that was being done by our royal father, and I sat down and I began to dissect everything that our father said. I'm not going to play our father video because it is against my person. We the Benin's, we respect the tradition and the monarch. But I'm going to just pick up points because I know most of us here have actually watched that very particular video. And my brother, Ediamata Jeff, I greet you, sir. So when I saw the video, after watching it, I started laughing at the way and manner our brothers from their own political purpose, and I felt not too okay with it, and I decided, okay, I need to do a well articulated dig, uh, political insight of what happened there, and also knowing me as an analyst, as a political analyst who always do analysis on everything that comes up, no matter how bad it may look. I don't see things from the perspective that people see things. I don't look at things from the surface. But I try as much as possible to look at things from another perspective. And if you want to be a very good, analyst, you don't pick words or you don't pick statement from the middle. It is completely wrong. If you do that, you're going to miss the point. For you to be a good analyst, you must start from the beginning, go to the middle, and start and finish at the ending. You must try to go through the lines for you to be able to understand the actual meaning of what the person is saying. Because the moment you pick a word from the middle and you decided to just zero in on that word, the meaning of the word might actually be different from the original meaning if you decide to not check if you not check the entire scenario. Yeah, God's power. Don't worry, just relax. I want everybody to relax tonight and get the whole clear picture. Maybe then at the end of the day, you will understand if the palace was biased or not. Okay, that's why I want everyone to relax right now. Let us try to be very neutral. Do have your mind been opened to be able to grab what I am saying now. I want you to share and invite more friends in because it's a very important topic that most of the supporters of Obaseki are bittered because of the way and manner the POI guys are twisting the entire story to suit their purpose. I want to please calm down right now, relax, and let me do an explanation on what really happened. Okay, maybe that. And as you see, I want to talk tonight. I'm going to try to talk very quiet and easy because I want to make point clear to our people back there to understand the point that I am coming from, the angle I'm coming from as an analyst and one who is also very familiar with situations like this. Thank you guys for your patience, please. God bless. I really appreciate you guys for coming up anytime I call to come and listen to me. Not because I'm so intelligent or because I'm the best, but people had some amount of confidence in me, and I want to put something very clear to you guys. I want to put something to you, guys, that I will not disappoint you. Lokizino, I will not. I will not. If you watch most of my videos, you understand who I am. I'm a man that say it the way it is. Okay, I'm a man that say it the way it is. That's who I am. But I want to make you to understand we need to dissect that very particular peace accord and to actually see who and where, and it's actually what they think or what they are trying us to believe is actually what happened. Now let me go to the first statement of the monarch. After his opening remarks, appreciating these guys, for honoring the palace to have come for this peace talk, then he came up with the statement and said, we need to go to the genesis. We need to go to the origin. Now, when the father decided to go to the origin of the problem, when he said that, I was a little bit shocked. I was I was saying, oh, what is the origin of this problem? I was thinking he was going to talk about is it the July 17th proclamation and all that and that. That's what I was thinking was going to go to. Then the next thing I heard, the Abbas began to say, okay, at the tail end of Adams Oshomole's administration, he came, that he went, the Oba, then it was the Crown Prince, went to visit the Adams Oshomole at the government house in Osadebe Avenue. And when he got there, so based on the question that had been coming to him from other Edos to ask Oshomole who will Oshomole actually want to support, or who is it bringing up for the governorship position since it has been zoned to Edo South. And I want you to know something. I did an analysis on His Royal Highness, the Nogi of Udo, Edun Akenzwa, on the letter he wrote, or the press statement he made concerning Oshomole and all that happened. It means that at that point in time, Oshomole gave the Edos the belief that we are going to choose our governor by ourselves, not an imposition. Now, the governor said, and when they finished, the Oshomole told him he was going to come back to him in 2 or 3 weeks. And actually, after 2 or 3 weeks, Oshomole actually came to him in his house. And Oshomole said, yeah, based on what you told me, please invite friends, please just press the share button. Just press the share button, please. Frederick, you have the audio. You can go and play it if you want to. You have the audio on the net, so you can play that. So every word I'm saying, you can go back and play the audio, and you get what you want. Please, don't distract me now, otherwise I'm going to block you, please. So just listen, and this is not politics now. Just listen, and don't give me any distraction, please, so that I can focus on what I'm saying. Thank you very much. Now, I said when Oshomole came to him, he came back again and said, Your Royal Highness, I have already, based on what you told me the other day, I have already decided, to hand over to so and so. And he said he brought 3 names. And he began to analyze each of these three persons. And at the end, he zeroed in. That was the palace said. He zeroed in on Obaseki. And the king, the monarch said, and I didn't say anything. So when he was escorting Oshomole out of his house, Shomole stopped and asked him a question. Sir, your Royal Highness, I told you something, and I was expecting you to have given me a response. So he now said, and I told Oshomole, I never thought you wanted my opinion, because because there is no blue, you came in not as a suggestion, but you came in as an imposition. Now I know that's where most of you are angry now, that the Oba use the word imposition. So keep calm, just keep calm and listen very carefully. Keep calm and listen very carefully. You came as an imposition. That means you didn't give me an option to choose between is it Obaseki or anyone else for that matter. You just brought Obaseki to me. Is then after the demise of the king, of our king, our father, His Royal Majesty Oba Erediawa, of blessed memory, when our father now became the Dainiken in Uselu, Ashumule came again. And he wanted to get his opinion, and he kept his silence. And he told Oshomole, there's nothing I'm going to say here, because you only gave me one choice. And if you watch the video carefully, that the Oba said, Oba used the word imposition 5 times, 4 to 5 times on that very particular video. And the Oba said, and many people called him also, who were engaged Obaseki's candidacy. And many said about what happened in the past and all that and that, which he also said is in the public domain. So guys, hear that very carefully. I know, because I know why I'm picking at this point, because I know all this point I'm picking at is where people have been calling me, hammering on. That's why I'm trying to pick at these points, so that you get the clear picture. Now, because the story that the Oba himself, our father, knows is the story that most of us knows. That's not be coined for political gain. Okay? Now, I told somebody yesterday, the guy who called me, and I asked him this question. I'm going to ask those of you who are here today. Why is it that every 4 years, in 2016, the issue of Obaseki's grandfather, Ago, came up to the bonnet? Why is it that again in 2020, the issue of Obaseki's forefathers came up to the bonnet? Do you know the reason why? Because that is the only way they can be able to sway the people emotionally towards them, because they know anything that concerns the palace. The Edos, like the Benin speaking Edos, are really are very, very careful with it. It happened in 1992, between 1992 and 1993, when Lucky Benedict wanted to contest for the position of governorship with Chief John Odigio. In the evening, on a Friday to the election, there was a broadcast on the then EBS television declaring the Esama of Benin as an enemy of the palace by some people, that anyone that votes for Esama is an enemy of the Oba of Benin Kingdom. That is still there. And that swayed the vote to the side of Chief John Odigio Yegun in the 1992-93 governorship election in Edo State. So this is the same plan they are trying to orchestrate in the peace accord that was put in place. Now, when Oba said that, he said even to the point that Dangote was also brought in, and Dangote came in, tried to explain, Obaseki intelligence and all that and that, and even to the point of Dangote saying if even Obaseki could not perform well, he's going to stand as a guarantor for Obaseki. So now, having put up that is the foundation of the Oba. Now, if you watch that, if you listen to this now, who was the Oba talking to? Was he supporting Oshomole, who imposed Obaseki on us? Or was he supporting Zeyamu that Oshomole is about to impose on the people? Listen, the king, the Oba of Benin, when I watched the video, my respect for him increased. Do you know why? He spoke like the biblical Solomon, who speaks in wisdom, in knowledge, and in parables. It is only the wise that can be able to fathom or understand the ways of a wise king. And we, being a descendant of the kingdom, we understand when our father speaks and where the tones of our fathers are going to. You will remember in that very video, on 2 or 3 occasions, he asked Ostromole, is that not true? If you can still remember what I'm telling you now. He also said on 2 or 3 occasions of that video that there are things that he decided to leave out of this conversation for personal reasons. So every of our upper first 15 to 20 minutes conversation was centered around Oshomole imposition. In 2020, I want to try to wrap up that. In 2020, there was the likes of Pius Eberame Odubu. There was the likes of Charles Adiabe, Major General retired. There was the likes of Osaro Obaze. There was the likes of Engineer Chris Ogewonyi. And there was the likes of Godwin Inorirasa Obaseki, who were vying for the position of the governorship candidate of APC. In 2020, Oshomole, first of all, knowing fully well because of the power of the incumbency, if he decides to allow every one of them to go to a contest, Obaseki is going to beat his own candidacy of POI. The first thing he did, he disqualified Obaseki. And I remembered, and most of you remembered also in that video, that our great Oba of Benin Kingdom used the word. In 2016, Obaseki was qualified. In 2020, Obaseki is not qualified. That this is even confusing to us. Sorry, guys. Now, this is even confusing to us. So what does that mean? That shows that what the Oba was talking on was the imposition of the candidacy in 2016 and in 2020, which actually brought about the ember of war that we are experiencing today. The Oba was pointing to a fact that if the people had been allowed to make their choices by themselves, we would have gotten to the place where we are today. Because in 2016, you imposed a candidate on us, not the Benin that made the choice. That warranted that 2016 election to be so much of hate. In 2020, you came again imposing another one on us. That's what the Oba says, let us go to the genesis, the root of the problem. So the root of the problem is nothing but imposition. That is where the Oba was. Now, I know people are, listen, guys, just calm down a little bit, take it easy, take your breath, take some peace, take some ice water, let's just calm down. Let me put you through, by the grace of God, we're going to live here happy and go back again to canvass for your candidate. Okay? Now, somebody said the Oba was the Oba was admonishing, was bashing the deputy governor and the governor. The people felt because of that, the Oba was supporting POI. Canada guys, now hear this now. This is another trick you need to understand. Right now, you know why Oba didn't mention POI all through the conversation? Do you know why? Do you know why? Please answer me. Do you know why the Oba did not mention POI all through the conversation? Except 1 or 2 times that I know him personally? Yes or no? I want to get that. Do you know why? Do you know why the Oba did not mention he did not mention Izeyemu all through? Why? Because Izeyemu was inconsequential in that meeting. Izeyemu was not part of the genesis of the issue. Izeyemu was not part of the genesis of the issue. Izeyemu was only brought in as a cover-up for Adams Ali Oshomole's intendancy. So in the old scenario, the two gladiators that were involved in the issue was Oshomole and Obaseki. So the first man that the king spoke about or listened to was Oshomole, who imposed on us. Now, speaking to Philip Shaibu and Obaseki, I'm going to explain you why the Oba actually had to focus on these two guys. Who is the governor of Edo State today? Who is the governor of Edo State today? Who is the governor of Edo State today? It's Obaseki. Now, when Oba wants to talk about peace in the state, who will the Oba focus on? Oshomole, Izeyemu, or Obaseki? These are just fact of the matter there. Obaseki is the man at the center. He's the one that holds the key and the yam. He's the one that dictate the pace at which the peace and the harmony of the state will go. Not Izeyemu, not Oshomole. Obaseki is the man. Now, on the issue of our king bashing Comrade Philip Shaibu, let's look at it like this. I'm going to look at it in 2 ways for you. Do you know our Oba make reference to 2008 when Oshomole won the election? And he said he was watching Philip Shaibu weeping like a baby after the Oshomole won the election via tribunal. He said from there he started calling him my son. And he now said, Philip, I heard that you are the one that is you are the strong man. You are the strong man in this thing. Please, you need to calm down. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? Oba just told Shaibu that we know you are one of the most rugged guy in the team today. As a national president of NAS, he has what it takes. Oshomole knows. Izeyamu knows. So that was why they were raising that alert every time they have an opportunity in order for someone to call and beg Shaibu not to go to the extent that they think the boy wants to go to. Oshomole knows how he managed to win all his elections with the doggedness and the ruggedness of comrade Philip Shaibu. So, and you also know, in Benin, we normally make parable that a child that the father so much loved is the child that the father scold in the public. A child that the father so much have respect and regard is the child that the father scold in the public. And if you watch the pictures, if you watch the picture that is going around, you will see that Oshomole was busy playing with his phones while the Oba of Benin was talking. And you know, on 2 or 3 occasions, the Oba of Benin had to get his attention when he asked him, am I lying? Or can you still remember this? He's trying to get Oshomole's attention because Oshomole was not concentrating on what the royal father was saying. Because the royal father was actually bashing Oshomole for his imposition tendency. That is why the father said, let us go to the Genesis. That's what I said now. He said, I know you are the strongest one. It's like you don't even understand what I'm talking about. You're not getting it. Sometimes you guys just come here, you need to listen. If you're not getting it from the beginning, you try to relax, listen, or go watch it over again so you can understand the entire scenario of what is happening. So guys sometimes use your brain, understand what I'm saying, and put the things right. The word I heard is not the same thing that I know. Arrow Frank. I heard that has been what is on the burner. I heard that has been what is on the burner. So the Oba was referring to what he heard, and also having known him as a rugged, dogged man that he was. A man who was once a NAS president. So get that very clear, my brother. Now, Obaseki had the power. If Oba wants to talk about security, he cannot talk to Izeyamu, neither can he talk to Shomole, because they don't have anything to do except the governor of the state. So that is the issue there. Then somebody talk about why did the Oba not talk about the lion and the tigers, which is Tony Kabaka. I want to say something here, brothers. Please, what is his name? Edward Agatise, I told you, on my wall, you mind your languages. If you don't want to be on my wall, you're not, what's it called? You're not forced to be here. You can quietly exit yourself and go believe what you want to believe. I'm just trying to explain to the people. If you don't want to listen to what I'm saying, if you feel what I'm saying is garbage, then you can just get out of the war of a garbage guy. So instead of you throwing, courtesy to the wind, that I will not take. Okay? So we must try to understand how to respect one another. Okay. Now, somebody talk about Tony Kabaka issue that was not being that was not being discussed. Guys, if not because of the way the Nigerian politics is, who is Tony Kabaka in the scheme of things, as far as Edo is concerned? Okay. Now, one of you here, you have an houseboy. You have an houseboy who decided to go and call you, or you have an issue with your houseboy, and the head of the family now decide to call you with your houseboy for a meeting. Will you attend that meeting? Will you attend that meeting? The answer is no. Tony Kabaka was not even in the equation. Bros, my guys, listen to me. There are some things sometimes we need to understand how issues have been resolved. You don't bring the governor and bring Tony Kabaka to a table. It doesn't make any sense to anybody. There's no way you can bring both of them together. How can you do that? These are completely two different people. Tony Kabaka is, as far as the political space is concerned, it's not there. So Oba does not even need to make references to people like Tony Kabaka in an issue that concerns Oshomole, Izeyamu, and Obaseki. Tony was inconsequential. Guys, let's just try to understand how this actually works. It helps. Let's put sentiment aside right now, because I'm not here to say is this or that. Listen, the Oba is very, very neutral in this game. He was just trying to make people to understand the way and manner they are operating. So let us not try to twist, the words of the Oba as if the Oba actually supported one. No! I'm only trying to analyze to you why this one was being, dealt with, why this was being dealt with. This is our father that is on the table. So you try to say, okay, the Oba is no. That is not what that's not it. I don't care about what you think, but I'm telling you, as an analyst, I know, and I can categorically state clearly the intention of the Oba. So that is what I'm putting before the people. So if you don't want to listen to me, you can swear, go off the way and allow those who want to actually understand what happened there to get the facts, so they don't go there and begin to say things differently from what is expected. Okay? So the issue of Tony Kabaka does not even need to come in, because Tony Kabaka is not even in the equation in the first place. And for you to say, why did the Oba not tell Izeyamu to tell his boys to not to create havoc? Listen, guys. Who is the governor today? It's Obaseki. Obaseki can decide to pick up all Izeyamu boys overnight. Nothing happens. So the issue is the man that the bulk lies on his table as we speak right now. It is Governor Nagaso Obaseki. It's Obaseki. So when the government has spoken, then Obaseki will not have, when the Oba has spoken, Obaseki will not have to put issues in place to make sure that the lions and the tigers do not perpetrate and do evil against the people. Because if they do, the long arm of the law will catch up with them. So you guys should not twist it as if the Oba was supporting Zeyamu. He never did. Please, Pastor Sege Zeyamu supporters, do not use the Oba to win or to win vote. Do not use the Oba to win vote. Oba never mentioned any talk's name. If he had mentioned, maybe Oba had mentioned people like Ebo Stone, for example, they would have said, okay. If he had mentioned people like Ebo Stone, I said, okay, yeah, he had mentioned Ebo Stone, then he need to have mentioned Tony Kabaka. He was not talking about talks are talks. Whether it is Ebo Stone or whatever. What the Oba was saying, you need to assure me. He was speaking to Obaseki, you need to assure me, because it is only Obaseki that can give the Oba the assurance of peace, not Izeyamu. Izeyamu cannot give the Oba the assurance of peace because he is not the custodian of the law of the land as of today. So, because there's a parable that says where the man that the box ends on his table carries so much of the body. The man that the body lies on his table carries the so much of the body. As of today, as we speak today, the box lies in the table of the governor of the state, which is the man you are supporting. You must try to understand. We must go beyond, the what's it called? The myopic thinking of everything at every time. Just trust me as possible to understand how you can be able to, to understand beyond the surface understanding of politics. It goes beyond that. Please, guys, I'm telling you. I've been here for quite some time. Jackson, since you are not being respectful, I told you, you don't insult me on my wall, then get a high out of here. If you don't listen, then you're out. So I don't want stupid guys around me. Okay? You can give your own opinion, but you shouldn't insult people. I don't know why these POI guys will not just for one day have a proper conversation without throwing in insult in. I don't understand that. I don't know why you guys cannot just stay in a place and let's just try to have a robust debate without no insult. Frederick are doing so well. He's just concentrating on what he thinks. But some of these guys are just here coming and always throwing insult of people. You guys are so myopic in your thinkings. You cannot even stand a simple analysis and debate. All you do, you throw in insult. You guys are disgusting sometimes. Jeez. Now, yeah. Yeah, where was I? Where was I when that guy came up and threw me up? Yeah. So guys, the issue was this: the idea that you guys think he actually put so much pressure on Obaseki was because Obaseki is the man of the moment. That's why he's a contestant. He's also the governor who has the sole responsibility of bringing peace, harmony, and justice to the state. That is just the reason why. So he had no intention of supporting Izeyamu against the Oba Sesi candidacy. No. So if the POI camp are now using that before now that Oba has spoken, like the Bo called me, Oba has spoken, that Oba Benin has spoken right now. So Obaseki is gone. The people are not going to vote for Obaseki. Oba never said that. That word they were using, which is the genesis, was Oba was actually talking to Shomole, imposing a candidate on the Benin the first time, and he's doing it again the second time. That is the problem. Again, I understand that. Oba has spoken, and when Oba speaks like this, Obaseki will take actions. You relax. Okay? When Oba has spoken like this, Obaseki will take actions. You just relax. Please. Okay? You just relax. Don't worry about that. Just relax. These things are going to be sorted out the way they ought to have been. I can promise you that. I can give you promise on that. So don't allow anybody to want to try to turn your belief or your understanding of what happened in the palace that Oba was actually supporting someone. He never did support any of these candidates.
Now, who was the Oba talking to? Was it supporting spoken like this? Oba will take action. You just relax. Please.
Sorry, guys, because I need to block one idiot called Isaac Igiato. He's an idiot because he doesn't understand doesn't understand. I don't know. this please don't be angry. These POI guys, they are really morally bankrupt, you know. They are really morally bankrupt, you know. They are actually academically what's it called? They actually has a lot of academical deficiency, you know, in them that they cannot be able to stand. They cannot be able to stand the truth because they thought that what happened in the palace that day was an endorsement of Izeyamu candidacy. Now they are not getting the true analysis of the whole thing. They have to resort to petty, you know, insult and all that and that. And I pitied them, and and I said, "It's quite no." Who did he call political animal? He called not. He didn't call anybody within between Obaseki and Shaibu political animal. Please go and watch that video again and understood who the Oba was talking to. Please, it's good we watch the video. Please, guys. That's why I said it's good we watch the video. So when you come in, come able to make a proper analysis. Okay, you don't just come up and just put in no. Please, guys, please, I beg you. Now, and the Oba also said something. He made a parable. He never insulted the chief. He never insulted the chief. He never insulted the chief. Ege Omawuji. Go watch the video very well. He never insulted the chief. No. He never insulted the chief, sir. In that very particular video, if you watch it very well, he said he has already asked the chief. He have already asked the chief in their inner meetings some questions And the chief gave him a reply. And the chief gave him a reply that politics is a dirty game. And he now told the chief, what you are wearing now is a symbol of purity. Is a symbol of purity. And how can you play a dirty game when you put on this? And he said the king, the chief now told him that anytime he's going out on whatever he does, he will pull off his purity and put on a normal clothes. The Debunker said, as a political animal, that is idiom. That's what I'm trying to say now. Now, what is a political animal? A political animal is one that is a deep-rooted politician. A political animal is one that is a deep-rooted politician. Go to your book and try to know who is a political animal. It's one that is a deep-rooted politician. Okay, so what the Oba was talking to the man then, it's not like he was even laughing when he was talking to the man. Both of them were having exchange of words because the man is an inner chamber member of the Oba palace, of the chiefs in the palace. That is the truth, guys. I know it's difficult until you actually sit down. Listen, do you know that because of the way the Zeyamu camp have been trying to brainwash the entire populace over what will benefit them. That's why I started with some stories. Many of us now believed, many of us had the notion that the Oba is actually in their support for a very long time. So anything that the Oba says today will be interpreted based on what they expect us to do. That is why when they see somebody trying to now expose the hidden talk behind what is happening, they become defensive and very attacking in their approach. So what the Oba was just doing there was trying to make Oshomole, the problem began from you. You caused this problem that he lingered to this extent. The only thing that Obaseki came in was Obaseki was in the beginning. That is the reason why Obaseki was there. Because Obaseki was in the beginning. From the genesis of the matter. So we should not allow anyone to give us the notion or the belief that the Oba of Benin actually took side in that peace accord. If you watch carefully again, which I'm going to end with this, the Oba made a statement. The Oba said, the two of you are sons of the soil. He now said, your father is a chief, the Esoban. And everybody knows Obaseki, that Obaseki is a title, which they also bear as a name. And he now also says, before today we end, I will make sure that both of you try to embrace each other. Do you know what that means there? It's a statement that you, both of you, by the reason of you being a chief in the palace of the Oba of Benin, automatically, therefore, both of you are now brothers. But the title that your parents hold or have in this palace. So both of you are now brothers. So both of you are now brothers. So there is no need of you. Come on, I'm not. If somebody doesn't pick your call, you're supposed to know that I don't want to pick calls right now. If you are live with me, you're supposed to know I don't want to pick calls right now, please. So now both of you will know that there was no time. The Oba was supporting.
The Pope Commissioner has spoken that
You know, like I said, you see some of these people here, they are very arrogant that you come on somebody's war, all you could do is to put insult on it. You guys are so myopic. You are so demented, and you are. So, guys, let us not believe what is being paddled in the social media space that the Oba was supporting someone. Oba never supported anyone. Oba was coming, making peace. He was only trying to make references to what is happening here and there. Okay? Now, if you even remember, thank you, Johnson. The Oba also told the journalist, say, please, do not go out there and change my word. Understand what I said. Try as much as possible to replay the video again and again before you bring out your publications. So what does that mean? It simply means do not turn my words against me, because he understood what he said. So when people want to come aside and now want to twist the whole thing in order to suit them because of their political gain, it's not right. Like I said before, we should not drag the palace into whatever we do. The Oba is trying to look for a way out. Bloodshed in the land. And these very particular people now are not taking that as an opportunity to now also create another havoc in the land that the Oba have chosen POI against Obaseki. This is wrong. You guys are just too petty in your politics. Now don't go talk say somebody not get wife. Now don't go talk say the man not born. Now they want to use every statement that the Oba made against the palace. The last time you guys were saying, Obaseki went to the palace, so he not carry color, go palace, so Obaseki is an enemy of the palace, so hey. You came up again. Obaseki was talking to the Oba in the palace, he refused to remove his cap. Obaseki is an enemy of the palace, so hey. Then they came another one again, where because the Ogiamens endorsed Obaseki. Hey, Ogiamen endorsed Obaseki, oh. Hey, Obaseki want to make Ogiamen to become the next king of Benin Kingdom, oh. Hey. Obaseki, oh God, the king did not endorse anybody. He was only just trying to make peace by telling this what you did wrong, by telling this where you did wrong. Like I told you, why Isaiah was doing the equation? Because the case is between Oshomole and Obaseki. Let me ask you guys a real question. If, for example, Oshomole and Obaseki were in good terms, there was no problem between Oshomole and Obaseki. Will Izeyamu come into the equation? Let's be realistic. If Oshomole does not do, we're not having problem with Obaseki. With Izeyamu would have come into the equation. That is what the Oba was looking at. The Oba was looking at the problem, not the candidacy. What brought the problem? That's what the Oba was trying to trace down to where we find ourselves today. That is what the man, our king, was talking about. Not what some of you are not trying, to not twist around, against the palace. Just because you want to get political favor or gain. No, it is wrong. If you feel your candidacy is better, go out there and tell the people what your candidate can do. Don't try to use the institutions that is already existing to create unnecessary wahala in Edo State, in Benin Kingdom. That is where I'm coming from. The man call for peace now. POI have turned the peace of the palace now against the palace. And again, let me tell you the truth. Today, who is actually running against Obaseki? It's Oshomole, not Izeyamu. It's Oshomole that is actually running against Obaseki in this election, not Izeyamu. The same thing that took place. The same thing that took place in 2016 when Oshomole was the front man. When Oshomole was the front man of Obaseki government. It's something we are seeing here in today's analysis. So we must understand how these things, all things works, please. Okay? So that's very true. That is the truth of the matter there. So there was nobody that the Oba actually supported, but Oba never support anyone, any of the two. Oba only just came out to make peace for Edo to have peace. Thank you guys, and God bless you. Yes, listen now. In politics, again, in politics, on paper, it is GO and POI. That's true. But in reality, now, it is GO and Oshomole. In reality, it is GO and Oshomole. That is just the truth of the matter there, my brother. It is GO and Oshomole. Without Oshomole, there will be peace in this election. I can promise you. Without Oshomole, there will be peace in this election. I'm telling you the truth. Without Oshomole, there will be peace in this election. I've seen the two guys. The way and manner they spoke is my elder brother, is my younger brother. Then the younger brother went to elder brother and bowed before him. The problem is Oshomole because of his pride, his arrogance, he want to make sure that what he says comes to pass. He's actually the one pushing Izeyamu to the extreme of what is happening today. If you look at the way both of them spoke, that this man, Izeyamu, respect me as his elder brother, and also give me the same respect in return, despite our political differences. And Izeyamu stood up and said, yes, Obaseki is my elder brother, and I must give him that respect. If my father says I should go and, embrace my elder brother, I will go and embrace him. And he went to his brother and embraced him. So there was no way in that place where the Oba supported Izeyamu or the Oba supported Obaseki. The Oba only came to broker peace. And for there to be peace, there must be an origin of the problem. So the analysis of the Oba, which most of you are not taking, as if the Oba was not supporting Oshomole against Izeyamu, is not true. It's not true. It's not true. He never supported any of the two, please. He was even gave a narration. The narration is what these people are not twisting now, for their own benefit. Which the people has gone wise beyond that. They've gone beyond wise. They have gone wise beyond that narratives. Somebody coming in to say, the Oba Benin, he supported this one because that one. No, we are now wiser, and we also have a medium whereby we can also watch what the man said and what he meant by what he said. Not like before, whereby you only need to go to EBS to not get a replay. Now the social media have made it more easier that even in the comfort of your room, you can watch even the event live. Yes, that's it. Paimotinya, Oba played the role of a man with many wives. God bless you, sir. That is a language. That is a language. That is a language. That is it. He played the role of a man with many wives. And a man with many wives, most of the time, when there's an issue in the house, the first wife, which is beloved, is the one that is cold. More, just to respect the others. Just to calm down. Because he owns their home. Bobby, not mind me. Sometimes the thing, when I try to explain things, because I believe that we as people, sometimes we'll just sit down, try to now see things. Everything is not politics. Everything is not politics. Shouldn't be politics to us. Everything should not be politics. Like I said before, if Izeyamu wins today, he's the governor. If Obaseki wins, he's the governor. So why trying to create a problem for a throne that have been existing for 1 million years? All because of 4 years? And why are we allowing a foreigners? They respect their king, where they come from. To not come here and give on unnecessary tension to our king. Come on, please. I beg you guys. Thank guys. I need to go right now. I'm done for today. Today is I need to clinical analysis of what actually transpired, at the Oba of Benin, 2 days ago. Not the way it's been propagated all through the entire process. So the entire process is not what the POI are trying to paint the whole scenario to be. The Oba spoke like a wise king who had so very many wives, and he know how to deal with them based on their respect they have for him. Like I just said now, when Oba was, listen, do you also know today, for real, that the Oba of Benin, all the kings in Nigeria today, do not have so much power anymore. Their staff of office is being given to them by an elected governor or president. That is why they can be able to dethrone a king the way they want. Okay? So if Oba had to look at it from that angle, Oba would have supported Obaseki. If Oba had to look at it from that angle. But no, because he's a father of all, He respects the institution of the Benin Kingdom, and he decided to come up playing by telling all of them where they went wrong, what happened, and how they can make peace and have money to come back to the state. That's all Oba was for. It wasn't for anyone. Wasn't for Obaseki. That wasn't for Isaiah. No, he actually bashed Oshomole for his imposition tendency on the Edo South people. That's the truth. But he cannot say that openly because he came for peace. But if you listen to it carefully, you see the word imposition was made 5 times. It's a pointer that Oshomole was actually the center of the problem. And the moment they remove Oshomole from the equation, the two men who are being at war at each other embrace each other for the first time. The two men for the first time. That tells you, oh no, about the one parable. Away, that's there was two spiritualities that were coming from Ileife when they were coming with Romania. So he said they had a calabash that they were carrying with them. So it's only both of them that really knew what was in the middle, what was in that calabash. That was a parable, which I'm going to explain for another day. That's a parable I'm going to explain for another day, not today. Thank you, guys. Have a blessed day. Obaseki re-election is sycophant. It is non-negotiable. 4 + 4 or Waba. The Edo people have spoken. The palace is neutral. The Edo people have spoken. The palace is neutral. Even the presidency have already got a signal that the Edo people wants Obaseki back. Nothing more, nothing less. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Hello, Sir Francis. Bobby, I greet you. Mercy, I greet you. Nosa, I greet you. Lady Ben, social mentor info. DJ Power. Edia Edwin Grace Amon. Imwetinya Emio Osazuwa Ogiame, I greet you, sir. Edwin, I greet you. Eric, I salute you. Gladys Bobby, I greet you. Michael, I greet you. Grace, I greet you, sir. Brad Foster, I greet you. Isoken, I greet you, man. Lucky, I greet you. God bless you. Hey, you get my brother. You try. God bless you. I'm free. Lady Agawa, I greet you, man. Yeah, talk about my brother. 4 + 4, no. I will tell you. Bennett, I greet you. Matthew Thomas. Oh, Morege, I greet you. My brother Chooks, I greet you, sir. Wisdom, I greet you. Jerry, I salute you, sir. My boy Osamoyi, I greet you. Frederick, I greet you, my brother. You are doing well, I must say. Now, very big lesson. Nina, I greet you. Who are the final say that the election people as the final say? Who are the final say that the election people as the final say? The people say now pass it on. Karibu metuna karibu. Someone like Isaiah. Yes,
Yes, it's waiting for you. I said, who was the final say never election and no people as the fire say? Who was the final say never election and no people as the fire say? Never people say no, that's the king and one. I even make you not carry on. For someone like you, I am. Yes, it's waiting for you. Everyone calling on to Sarah.